Hello and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to improve our vocabulary and become more fluent in English, so let's get started. What is he wearing? He's wearing a suit. And he's wearing pants. And what do you call these pants? They're nice. They're for the office. We call them dress pants. Or you can call them slacks. So they have two names, dress pants or slacks. Remember, slacks has an S on it, so it's plural. His slacks are clean. I cannot say his slacks is clean. His slacks are clean. So he's wearing a suit with slacks.
There is no greater tribute I can pay you than the fact that I am wearing slacks.
May I ask why you're wearing slacks?
Everybody around here thinks the height of bohemianism is wearing slacks out of the house.
Girl was wearing patterned slacks.
He hits the small gentleman in the slacks.
That's bound to happen when you make a kid wear a matching tie and slacks every day.
All right.
Let's practice. Is he wearing a suit? That's right, he's wearing a suit. And is he wearing shorts or slacks with his suit? That's right, he's not wearing shorts, he's wearing slacks with his suit. Dress pants, that's what you wear with a suit. Slacks. Another slack. We see two hoses, and the first hose has less slack. And the bottom hose has more slack. There's more slack in the bottom hose. So what is slack? It's not so tight. There's more hose to move around. That's when you say there's more slack. When there's more hose to move around, there's more slack in the hose.
Come on, no, we need more slack.
More slack.
All right, give more slack, more slack.
More slack, more slack.
So the bottom hose has more slack than the top hose. Let's practice. Which hose has more slack? The top hose or the bottom hose? That's right, the bottom hose has more slack. Example, you're working with your wife in the garden, and she's watering the grass with the hose, and she needs more hose. So she says, "Can you give me some more slack in the hose?" And you go to the faucet and you see it's tight. There's no more slack in the hose. There's no more movable hose. There's no more slack in the hose. The hose is tight. Let's practice. Is there any more slack in the hose? That's right, it's tight. There's no more slack in the hose. So if your wife says, "Give me some more slack," you tell her, "Sorry, there's no more slack." That's all the hose there is. Now let's talk about the phrasal verb slack off. Slack off means to be lazy. When someone doesn't do what they're supposed to do. They're not doing their job, they're slacking off. And we have two phrasal verbs. We have slack off and blow off. Keep watching until the end of this video to find out the difference. Example, he's slacking off. He's not doing his job.
You know what? Normal kids would have been stoked to slack off, but not you guys, because you're not normal.
With normal and slacking off.
You've been slacking off on me, and you left me unprotected.
I really can't slack off.
I only slack off when things are good.
See, Coach, he was giving us this speech about not slacking off when you see the opportunity to score.
Any of these guys slack off, you just let me know.
Well, you don't become the most powerful woman in Tallahassee by slacking off.
Let's practice. Is he slacking off? That's right. He's slacking off. He's slacking off because he's lazy. Let's practice. Why is he slacking off? That's right, he's slacking off because he's lazy. And what do you call a lazy person like this? Well, you can call him a slacker. That's right, a slacker is a lazy person.
Let's move it right now, you slackers!
It's not like you're a slacker type, but
Don't the slackers prefer that grassy knoll over there?
It's better than yours, slacker. Because I know where Carlos and his brother have been hanging out.
I mean, he might seem like a bit of a slacker at first. I thought so too.
You're a slacker!
He was a slacker too.
That's right, I am a slacker.
He's a slacker. Let's practice. Is he a slacker? That's right, he's a slacker. And we have this expression, cut me some slack. And what does it mean? You say this expression, you tell someone, cut me some slack, when you want that person to be more lenient, not to be so strict. Example, you come to work 1 minute late, and your boss says that you have to change the timesheet for that 1 minute. So you're not paid for that 1 minute because you were 1 minute late, and you tell your boss, "Come on, cut me some slack." It means don't be so strict. Be more lenient. That's when you say, cut me some slack. Now these two words, lenient and strict. To practice more of these words, keep watching until the end. So his boss is very strict. He says, sorry, 1 minute is 1 minute. You have to change your timesheet. And if the boss is lenient, he says, don't worry about it. So if you want your boss to be lenient, say, come on, cut me some slack. Be lenient. Don't be so strict.
You want to cut me some slack here? So just cut me some slack, please.
Hey, cut him some slack. Cut me some slack. I cut him some slack, but he barely acknowledged our engagement.
Which is why you're gonna cut me some slack here.
Chip, cut me some slack here, all right? Please.
I really need you to cut me some slack here, George. I think you need to cut him some slack.
Maybe you could just cut me some slack.
Imagine you're the boss, and he came to work late. He came to work 5 minutes late. Do you want him to change his timesheet? Can you cut him some slack? Very good. And this is a company. It's called Slack. I think they make software, or maybe it's a social media platform. I'm not sure. So why do they call themselves Slack? Maybe because they want to be lazy? Or they're not too strict there? Maybe they're more lenient? That's the idea I get. But I don't know. And I don't know exactly what this company does. So if you know, leave a comment below, because I don't know what they do. I know it's a company. Slack is a company. Thank you for watching, and keep watching for more. Today we're looking at the difference between these two words. Let's take a look at how they're used differently. Our first word is strict. Strict is when you have a lot of rules. You can describe a person. Both parents are very strict. They have a lot of rules, and the child has to follow all the rules. So both parents are very strict. Pronunciation. The TR makes a ch chicken sound. Strict. Make the short I sound like this is. I. Strict. Both parents are very strict. Our next word is lenient. Lenient is the opposite of strict. Pronunciation, lenient. The first vowel is a long E, like green beans. Lenient. We have the Y sound like yellow and yesterday. Yent. We have the short E sound like eggs and bed. Yent. Lenient. Together, lenient. Put the stress on the first syllable. Lenient. So to describe a parent who doesn't have a lot of rules, the child is free to do whatever they want. The mother is very lenient. She lets the child do whatever they want. So she is very lenient. Let's practice. Are both parents very strict? That's right. Both parents are very strict. The boy is running with scissors. Is his mom very lenient? That's right. His mom is very lenient. She doesn't have a lot of rules. Let's practice. My father was very strict, but my mother was more lenient. What about you? Were your parents strict or lenient? Very good. Today we're learning two phrasal verbs, slack off and blow off. Let's take a closer look. Slack off is a phrasal verb and it means to be lazy, not to do what you're supposed to do. Example, he's at work. He's supposed to be working, but he's not. He's taking a nap. So he's slacking off. In the moment, we use continuous action. He's slacking off at work. And if I talk about a routine, he slacks off. He slacks off too much. Should he get a promotion? Should he get a raise? No, he shouldn't get a raise, and he shouldn't get a promotion because he slacks off too much at work. Let's practice. Is he slacking off right now? That's right, he's slacking off right now. Let's practice. Should he get a raise or a promotion? That's right, he shouldn't get a raise or a promotion. Why not? That's right, because he slacks off at work too much. Also remember, when you use the phrasal verb slack off, it is a negative thing. Don't use it for yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm going to slack off this weekend and stay home. We don't use it for yourself because it sounds bad. It's negative. And if you talk about a person who always slacks off, a lazy person, you can call that person a slacker. He's a slacker because he slacks off all the time. Let's practice. Is he a slacker? That's right, he's a slacker. Why is he a slacker? That's right, because he slacks off all the time. Now let's talk about blow off. Blow off is a phrasal verb and it is separable. That means I can separate it. Example, he was supposed to go to the meeting, but he decided not to go to the meeting and he took a nap at work. So he blew off the meeting. He decided not to go. He ignored his obligation. He blew it off. It is a substitution for the meeting. If I use a substitution in a separable phrasal verb, I have to put it in the middle. He blew it off. Idea? He blew off the meeting. So he didn't go to the meeting. He blew off the meeting. He blew it off. He decided not to go. Let's practice. Did he go to the meeting? That's right, he didn't go to the meeting. What happened? Did he blow it off? That's right, he blew it off. He decided not to go. So remember these words. Slack off is to be lazy. A slacker is a lazy person. And blow off means to ignore an obligation. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.